Galloping on several types of roller coaster is an efficient way of removal renal stone. The U.S. researchers who transferred out the job encourage how such broken in the state should routinely use the topic garden attractions. The Ig Nobels are cheat prizes how are published in the Annals of Unbelievable Study. Lot of the subject area recognized in the awards in fact include a severe spot to them. The Inspire over the roller coaster study began several years ago while one of Professor David Wardinga's patients at Michigan Country College's School of Osteopathy medical refundable of a feast travel to Walt Disney Planet in Florida. The patient informed how one of his renal stone became displaced following a trip on the Big Thunderbolt Mount trip. Wonder if it was inflicted by the trip or a overlap. The patient went on the trip several more than times and every period a rock popped of. Thrilled by the history, Professor Wardinga constructed a silicon pattern of his patient's kidney framework, consisting synthetic renal stone, and took it in him on multiple rides. He found how Big Thunderbolt Mount was really efficient, more than so rather than the scarier rides such as Area Mount or Fate and Roll Cradle that engage lengthy tablet. Professor Warding assigned how the was since Big Thunderbolt Mount involves more than up and downward and party-to-party movements how Thunder the Horseman. The medical award is one of 10 Ig Nobels decorated every year for funny and reason-bending scientific. They are all true teaching and almost all include been published in equal-reviewed periodicals. At the awards right, detained at Harvard College in Cambridge, U.S., every victor has 60 seconds to supply an adoption speaking. The period range is rigorously forced by an 8-year girl who says, "Happy halt I'm miserable" several times before the orator finishes. Care formation, scientists are occasionally crudely outlined as creature, up their own backsides if they are mind to be too obsessive in their study. Yet, the is virtually the instance in a Japan investigator, Dr. Akira Horiuchi, who won the Care Formation Award for invent a personality colonoscopy method with a little endoscopy. Human beings, particularly in Japan, are frightened of colonoscopy and they do not wish to expose colonoscopy. So the quantity of human beings who die of colorectal carcinoma is growing. I do the study to do colonoscopy facilitating and more than convenient, so less human beings will dead. Publication. The year's publication award was for an inquiry in Manuals How Go in Customer Means. The inquiry was named, Lifetime is Too Brief to RTFM, How Users Refer to Document and Excessive Features. RTFM is an abbreviation for Recite the Box Guide, although, on to the researchers, it has obtained a new importance by consumer who are frequently disappointed by the difficulty of transactions of their food. Food. A UK investigator won the Food Award for prudent how lb per lb, it is not cost-consuming humane body compared in some types of flesh. The was to analyze the consuming practices of previous humans, quite rather than to report this day diet option. Economy. For economy, the victor was studying if it is efficient for employees to use sorcerer dolls to answer versus intimidation bosses. The research showed how take it out on dolls does ease adverse ego, but offered in the length run how it was superior to transactions in the main question. Chemical. The victor of the Ig Nobel Chemical Award went to study how populated the question of if humane spittle is a nice clean broker for filthy surfaces. It is, particularly for brittle, colored areas on ceramic, and on O sheet. Biological. A Swedish crew won the Biological Ig Nobel for showing how Vine expert can securely identification, by odor, the presence of a fly in a window of Vine, perhaps sparkling a new style of jokes comprising sommeliers. World. Recent but not low, the Ig Nobel World Award went to a Spanish team how designed to discover ways of reduction way fury, in a document Nobel, shouting and curse time drive, rate, reasons, perceivable hazard and penalty. The crew's decision is to try to bring distress on the way, a problem as significant as reduction dispute in the Medium East.